Do you feel like saying there's never enough time in a day? Even before finishing your morning coffee or tea, you start feeling the stress. How will you manage your projects? How will you get all the work done? Sometimes, maybe you feel like a mouse trapped on a treadmill, round and round, faster and faster, but really getting nowhere. Today, I'm going to be sharing a different approach for managing time. You don't have to be filled with anxiety, and your work can become a lot less stressful and fulfilling. Let's talk time. We all have limited time. Whether you're Gandhi or Saul Alinsky or a famous leader of your choice, everyone's time is limited. There are only so many hours in a day and so many days in a year. We're all the same. So, why is it that some people get more done and they seem to enjoy it more too? Well, I think the answer lies in the way we approach the big question. How do we use our time? At work, some people answer the question by working longer and longer. They always are working longer hours, into the night and weekends too. Their lives are consumed with busyness. Other people try to work faster and faster. They multitask everything. Indeed, they are like the mouse on the treadmill. Their life becomes one long to-do list, never ending. Well, neither of these approaches to the big question are sustainable. People who work longer and longer or faster and faster, or heaven forbid, both, often end up burnt out, depressed, and even sick. I think it's time to let go of old work habits and find new ways to manage our time. Are you ready? Well, get yourself a pen and paper, and we're gonna work together, okay?
Well, go ahead and draw the matrix and then begin to label it as important and not so important, urgent and not urgent. I've adapted this matrix from the work of Stephen Covey, specifically in his book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. It's a great tool for understanding time management. Let's take a look at section 1. Here's our everyday work. Things that are important and urgent. We got to get them done. What would you add? Moving on to number 2. Things are still important, but they're not so urgent. Here's where leaders plan and work for the future. What are you doing for the future? Section 3 can be a little tricky because it has activities that are masquerading as priorities. They're not important, but they seem so urgent. Interruptions, expectations of others, beep, beep, those social media and email and calls that constantly take us away from our important work. Number 4, this is the place for time wasting. Things that are neither important nor urgent. Do any of these seem familiar? What would you add? Well, Stephen Covey's matrix, it gives us a way to look at our own use of time. And, importantly, I think, if we want, we can begin to make some changes and figure out ways that we can spend more time above the horizontal line in the important work.
And now it's your turn. It's not enough to view a video. You have to adapt the tools to your own situation. Think about doing this. Make a copy of the matrix And at the end of the day, or maybe during the day, estimate the percentage of time spent in each one of the quadrants. Do it for several days. It won't take much time. Then start asking yourself some questions. Are there patterns? Can adjustments be made? Can more time be spent above the horizontal line in the important quadrants? Now, name your step that you can take. Actually write it down. You're using the tool and you're learning. Good for you. Now, I've included a summary of the 7 habits of highly effective people, and you can check it out in the links section below. So until next time, I'm Judd Dolphin, and this is Leadership for Social Change. This is a place where you can find leadership tools to help you in your own work.